position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Maryland's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bobo. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And his throw is incomplete. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could...
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Myers on the move. Got his man downfield. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your...
Touchdown, Bearcats! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Dan, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
The Terrapins will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Go up top. Got his man quickly. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. They were trying to set up the screen, and they almost threw the thing away. They're lucky it's 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Oh, they're after him. Working that left side now. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Terrapins back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Terrapins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run.
Using his power and his speed. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Power football with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Bearcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it into the end zone.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Wants to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it out fast. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field.
There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, and making sure he makes the right decision.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UTSA has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up 14 over Purdue. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Creates a little space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Ball will throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
This time he's got it. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. Fires on the move. And the timing just a hair off. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Ball spins away. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
From the red zone, looking for a man. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Wants to keep it in the air. They're working that left side. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he's going to bring it out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's Bobo. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll send the back in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Hard running there. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
So now it's 2nd and long. Hall to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Unloads it left. It's caught. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, and they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll throw it. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Hall will throw it. Touchdown, Bearcats! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. It's complete on the right side. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. From the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go to the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why.
Touchdown, Cincinnati! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Bobo. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the ground, it's Bobo.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hall to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking on the move. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Now adjusting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Touchdown, Bearcats! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
16. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Gives it on the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Running to Green. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second. You should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. App State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mountaineers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tavai. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking for room. It's Bobo. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He'll go to the sneak. The Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bobo. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The throw. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. On the move, it's Bobo. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. And the Terrapins really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nix. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Rudolph. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Line gets set. 1st down. Gives it on the option.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Bearcats are flying down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Fires downfield. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Quick completion on the out route. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting down.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Scanning the field, it's Nix. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Moving out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Made a defender miss. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.